We've now made it to the worded problems for prime and composite numbers and factors. So let's have a look. Consider the number 576. This is an extended response question, but I think you can do it. Use a factor tree to find the prime factors of 576. Now, if the question didn't say use a factor tree, if it just said find all the prime factors of 576, you could also use the factor ladder. Remember, that looks like this. Okay, but since this question specifically says use a factor tree, we have to use a factor tree. Okay, so let's do this together. First things first, I can see it's an even number, must be divisible by 2. Plug that into my calculator if I'm allowed my calculator. If not, I can do some short division, okay? 288, let's do something interesting. Let's try that by 9. There we go, 32. 9 is 3 times 3. 32 is 16 and 2. And finally, well, not finally, 16 is 4 and 4. And then finally, 4 is 2 and 2. Okay, so part B says write 576 as a product of its prime factors. So 576. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 times 3. And I can write that in index notation as well, just to clean it up. And part C says, how many factors does 576 have? And this part's a little bit tricky, but see if you can follow. Okay, we're going to use another table, and we're going to look at a combination of multiplication of all of these prime factors. So, for instance, 2 is just 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. You can actually see a list. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 of factors forming. Okay, and then there's 5 2's. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32. Just got to move my table over just a little bit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's. So let's try that again with one more 2. And you see, we're actually making a list of all the factors down here. And then we've got 2 times 3, which is 6. 2 times 2 times 3, which is 12. And so on, and so on, and so on. You'll be happy to know there is a shortcut, okay? So let's take our shortcut over here. And we look at our number in index notation. 2 to the power of 6 times 3 to the power of 2. Now we look at the number in the index, and we're going to add 1 to each of those. So 6 plus 1 and 2 plus 1. And this gives us 7 and 3. Now the trick is, if we multiply these two numbers together, that will tell us how many factors the number has. So 576 has 21 factors.